Sure. Again, great team win. I'm just so happy for the players in that locker room. I'm happy for the former Terp football players that have all endured. Obviously, us not playing competitively against a team with great tradition like Penn State. So this win is for Terp Nation and our players. And again, I'm really happy that our young team got to enjoy success up here. Which is a tough place to win, as we all know that have been Terp fans for years. All three phases contributed to the win. Was happy early on the way our offense executed. Our defense played all game long. We put them in tough situations where we played man coverage. We loaded the box, and we had a lot of young players contribute in this win. And then our special teams, we asked them to win the field position battle, and we were able to pin a couple of punts down inside the 10. And so, again, a great team win, a great win for the Terp Nation. I'm so proud of the players in that locker room and how they've bought into everything we've asked of them. And we're looking forward to enjoying this one for the next 48 hours, get back on our normal schedule where Sunday's off, and then get in Monday and get things cleaned up, which, obviously the disappointing thing out of this game is just how we finished. I would like to see us finish a little cleaner on offense and defense, finishing on the field the right way. But we got a great challenge coming up next week in Ohio State, but we're going to enjoy this one for the next 48 hours. And then we go back to neutral as a team, and we start our preparation. So great win for the Terps, great win for the Terp Nation.
Thanks, Coach. We'll start off with Emily.
Hi, Mike. When you look at this win, it's, I think, the biggest win Maryland's ever had over Penn State in school history. I mean, is this the type game that can really propel a program forward in kind of this rebuilding process?
You would hope so, Emily. But I think for us, we're still in the growth phase as a program, meaning every day we're teaching, we're coaching, we're recruiting. We're trying to do everything we possibly can to build this thing on some really strong foundation so that we can sustain the success here. So we're going to take it as one win. Obviously, it's a big one. It's a big one for a young team to come up here in State College and win a game against a traditional power like a Penn State. I'm happy for our players. I like the way that these guys have gone about their business and how they prepare for these types of games. And, they're buying into everything we're asking of them as coaches, but we still got some things to get cleaned up. And I still think we haven't played our best football just yet.
And then just ask about Rakim Jarrett. Had a good night. Just what did you see from him and to be able to do that, just particularly as such a young guy coming in?
That's why we recruited Rakim to Maryland. He's one of those players, and as I've always said, whether it's him, Stephon Diggs, DJ Moore, Darius Hayward-Bay, all the great receivers that have played here, when you make a decision to come to Maryland, when you can go anywhere in the country, it shows what kind of character you have. And anybody that knows Rakim Jarrett knows that he is a kid that he believes in himself. He believes in his ability. He did his part to lift our team today by making big-time plays early in the game. It's funny because I actually sent him a text message as we were leaving the hotel challenging him like, hey, we brought you here to make plays, and what a great day and a great opportunity to do it here today. And he came through and really made some big-time plays for us early on to ignite us on the offensive side of the ball, and it was great to see from him.
We'll go to Alex Dacey.
Hey, Coach, could you just talk a little bit about the defense and especially how you guys got after Sean Clifford? Obviously, like the first couple games, there were no turnovers and only one sack. And then to come out with, 7 sacks and three turnovers. And, Clifford looked off all game. So how did you guys what did you guys change up to get to him this week?
Well, that was our game plan. Our game plan was to make Sean Clifford beat us throwing the football. Obviously, we've had our issues with stopping the run. We committed to playing man coverage. We committed to loading the box. We committed to challenging their young receivers out on the perimeter with our young DBs, guys like Tarheeb Steele and Deontay Banks and, Ja'Cory and Bennett. All three of those guys. Kenny Bennett made some plays. And then we made plays in the deep third of the field today. Our safeties, Nick Cross, did a good job keeping everything out in front of them. So it was how we game planned it. It worked really well. Our defensive staff, John and his staff, did a great job of executing it. We wanted to make him throw the ball to beat us. And we felt we would be able to cover and play the deep part of the field which we hadn't done the last couple of weeks. So great job by John Hoke and the defensive staff of executing the game plan that we wanted to execute.
And I noticed Lotez Rogers wasn't out there. Could you talk just a little bit about where he might be?
Yeah, Lotez got a call this morning at the hotel that he lost his mom. And so, our team, we were supportive of him. He's home. I know he had a chance to watch it. I just talked to him. He got a chance to watch the game. And, he and his mom were really, really close. I hate that for anybody in our program. And, he's hurting and we're hurting with him. And I know that definitely helped elevate the emotions that our defense played with today because they wanted to honor their brother by playing with great effort. So our hearts are with Tez and his family as they deal with the tragedy of losing his mom. And he's one of ours. He's one of us. And we're there to support him through these tough times.
We'll go to Charla.
Hey there, Coach. Looking right now on social media and two things are trending. The first thing is your big win. Congrats. And the other thing, of course, is the election, everything that's going on right now. I know you played a huge role in getting your players to come out and vote this week. And of course, you had some of your players volunteering on election day. Just your reaction from today's results and the election and the historic number that turned out to vote.
Yeah, again, getting ready for this game, this is all news to me. Obviously, our players have created a platform for themselves with all the things that are going on in our country. I'm proud of them, as I've always said. These guys have used their platforms the right way. Instead of talking about the problems and the issues, they become problem solvers with how they've galvanized the team and our Terp community to go out and exercise a right that many people have died for and fought for. So, any impact that our players have or that they can have to make this world a better place, that's our jobs as coaches, is to bring them in and send them back the best version of themselves. And, our players have done a tremendous job with their platforms and their social activism of supporting and going out, trying to create change by using their rights they have to vote.
Thanks.
Lila.
Hey, Lox.
Hey, Lila.
You guys converted 37% of your third down opportunities for the first two games and went 9 for 16 today. Just what did you see in terms of the offense's ability to convert in that area today?
It was our offensive staff put together a great game plan. A couple of those were big plays there to rock him, where we isolated and did some complementary things that we put on tape to get them open. We expected man coverage. They gave us man coverage, and Leah read it correctly, made two big throws to Rock, and Rock made big plays for us. But again, got to give credit to Scotty and the offensive staff for having a great plan going into this game, and especially third down, which is situational football for us, to be able to operate on third down the way we did. Our offensive line did a good job of protecting the quarterback, and Leah made some good decisions early with his decision-making. So, again, the standard's kind of been set, and we've got to clean up some things. Obviously, like I said, I don't like the way we finished the game, the penalties and just the sloppy play. And, maybe we could have finished the game more aggressive instead of using the clock. We're not a team that's mature enough to change how we play and our tempo. And we've got to do our parts as coaches to prepare them to be able to finish games the right way.
And through all three games, you guys have started out really strong with the first drive. What do you think is special about this group, just the way they're able to come out of games and kind of get the offense going right away?
I mean, it goes back to executing. And I know people hate when coaches use the word like execution. Our openers are plays that we kind of pick and that we have executed well, and things that our quarterback likes. But also from a game planning situation, it's an opportunity for us to get a feel for how they're going to attack us on defense. And through 3 weeks, we've been able to get points off of our opening drives, which is one of the reasons when we won the toss today, we decided to take the ball. to put our offense on the field and give us a chance, since it's been a strength of ours, to try to generate some momentum. And so we were able to make some plays in the openers. We were able to third down execute and keep drives going and finish with a touchdown there in the opening drive helped.
And just one more question, the last time you guys were able to win at Penn State was in, 2014, and you were a part of that win. If you just kind of reflect on, coming from there to now, being head coach and getting the win here again, is just, being a part of those 2 of just 3 wins against Penn State in program history.
Yeah, I mean, for me, as I've said, I grew up a Terp fan. I know the history of this, these 2 teams, and I know it hasn't been in our favor at all. Going into this game, it's easy as a coach to be emotional about how we prepare for them. I did everything I could to not be the fanboy with this and go in with too much emotion, and especially with a young team like we have. And so we focused on our execution, and we focused on the things we could control. We said to win the game, we had to do 2 things, one on offense, one on defense. On offense, we had to be able to execute versus their pressure, and I felt we did that early. And then on defense, we had to create some turnovers and force the quarterback to beat us throwing the football. And we did that how we liked. And then on the third part was we wanted to own and win the field position battle in the kicking game. So we were able to get all 3 of those things, which are paramount to us winning the game here. A great job of the preparation, and I'm happy for our team. I'm really happy for the guys in the locker room, but even Terp Nation to be able to taste success up here in State College for the 3rd time.
Thank you.
We'll take one more. We'll go to Alif.
Hey, Coach. Hope you're doing well. My question for you is, from the first half to the second half, there was a little bit of an offensive drop-off. Have you had a chance to talk to your team about that, especially because you had mentioned your team is still in a phase of growth? And I'm wondering if that is a case of experience, or if that is just more of the case of, the environment that you guys were in.
Well, I mean, it's a case of us not executing our plan. I called the team up at the beginning of the 4th quarter to make sure they understood that it's about the finish and that we had opportunities. I thought defense did a better job of finishing than we did on the offensive side. Again, I don't think we're one of those teams that we're mature enough yet to sit on the ball and use the clock and get us out of a rhythm. We're an offense that operates better when we have rhythm. We had a couple of drops there that I think would have kept us on the field. We had somehow we got a yard short on 3rd down. And then we had a couple penalties. So those things are the things that disappoint you. But it goes back to me that we've got a young team that's got to learn how to finish on the field and operate the offense, no matter what type of tempo we go into. And that, if there's anything that I'm disappointed in, it's how we finished, especially on the offensive side of the ball. I thought defensively they gave us great field position. We created some turnovers. But when we called them up in the 4th quarter, which I rarely do, the thought was, let's go finish the game the right way. Not get, caught up in anything, because, our goal is to not play to the scoreboard, but to play to our standard. And, on offense, I didn't think we did that in the 4th quarter.
Thanks, Coach.